What is going on, YouTube? ModzvilleUSA here with this fresh from Japan. I got this dope spice orange Nintendo Gamecube. Now the video camera's not really doing it the justice that it has in real life. This thing really pops. It looks a little dull on camera right now, but this thing looks sick. Yeah, so what we're going to do today is we're going to pop this open. We're going to install a mod chip, which allows playing backups as well as region free, which we need because this is a Japanese console. So American games will not work on it until we mod it anyway. But yeah, there's going to be like a ultimate GameCube guide multi-part thing. We're just going to install the mod chip now, tweak the laser. And on the next one, we're going to do the controller port LEDs, which are pretty sweet. Get some install some LEDs in here. Looks very nice. We're gonna go blue all the way around. I think blue always looks dope. And yeah, and then on the third one, I'm gonna show you how to set up an SD card with switches, so you can play games from the SD as well as emulators and all of that. And yeah, if you guys don't want to deal with soldering, but you want to get this done, check out my website, ModzvilleUSA.com. I got a bunch of send-in services at a very nice price. Yeah, that covers everything, y'all. Let's jump right into it. Sick. Okay, here we are. It's upside down. You're going to need a game bit screwdriver. I'll link to one of these down in the description. We just got 4 screws. Now, if you have a guitar amp or some sort of amp, it's nice to just rub that on a speaker real quick. Get it nice and magnetized. That way, you're not fighting with gravity too much. And hopefully, you can just pull this out. Nope. That ain't going to work. Let's try this one. Nope. So that's all 4 of them. We should be able to just dump this back over. And all those dudes fell out, so we got all 4. Put them somewhere where you won't lose them. That's it. Then the top comes right off. Now we just need a Phillips head. And honestly, if you know how to use a soldering iron, the hardest part, or the most time-consuming part, is taking it apart. So we're going to take the controller port off first. This little ribbon cable there. Be gentle. Shimmy it out. There we go. Easy peasy. Now this plastic here, this comes right out. And now we start with the fan. There's 2 screws keeping this on. Sweet. Up. Doy. Alright. That comes right out. Then we got 3 more. Now I am aiming by looking at my computer monitor, which is a little odd, but whatever. Oh, it's inverted. Oh, that makes it extra fun. Whoa. Okay. So there's that. We got 4 more up here. Whoa. I'm gonna do something about this conversion here. Let's see. Oh yeah. That's much better. Alright, just about all of them. Now we've got 4 more screws up front. I'm gonna need a little bit smaller of a Phillips head to do these guys. Alright, that's everything. You should be able to just pull right up. Cool. I'm going to put these guys off to the side. Alright. Now we're good on the base. We're not going to be needing that at all. Alright, now let's flip her over. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws underneath. Okay, dude, so I got a very tight shot on this board here. And what we're going to be tinkering with is this guy right here. Now, this is your potentiometer that adjusts the, what is it? It adjusts the ohms. We're going to adjust the tolerance for your laser here. Now, by default, or this is going to fix if you have a Gamecube that doesn't read. This is the same thing. You're going to be doing the same thing as we're doing right now. This one does read, but the Gamecube laser isn't capable of reading burn discs without dropping down the resistance a little bit. So by default, if you have one with the digital out like this one is, this is going to be set at like 0.4 or 4 point something. using 20k ohms, and we're going to dial it down to 2. I think 200 ohms is what it is. So we're going to set a multimeter to 20k, and we're going to check it out. So this is set to 20k. Now there's these 2 little pads here on the right. We're going to touch each one of those with the multimeter. It's a little tough getting in there while trying to do this on video. I will get it. Oh wow. Looks like this one's already been tweaked. Okay, it's giving us 0.19. So at 20k, you'd want to dial that down to 0.2. So yeah, you can see rocking 20k. So we're gonna try it. I've got extra lasers if this doesn't read, because I'm assuming this already wasn't able to read discs, and someone did this already and dialed it down. But we shall see. The lowest you want to go is 0.15. Any lower than that, and you're just gonna burn your laser out. But start at 0.20, and then if it still doesn't read, try dialing it down to 0.15. If it doesn't read at 0.15, you're gonna want to get a new laser. And sometimes that happens where you have a Gamecube that works perfectly fine. You mod it, it can read other region discs, but you just can't get it to read burn games. Replacing the laser should fix that for you, but that is rare. Alright, now we're going to do the Modchip. The only area we care about is right in here. These pads and those pads on the right here. Now I want to do my best to keep this in one place. We're going to tin up those brass pads there. You do not want to wire this. Just installing the Xeno regularly, it's way better to wire it up. We're going to add a bit of flux. Alright, and I'm going to throw a diagram on screen right now for you. Right on. Alright, there it is, dudes. Just make sure it's not focusing that great. Just make sure you don't bridge any of those pads. We're only going to tin up the ones that we're going to be soldering to. Now I'm going to grab my Modchip. Sweet. So here's my Xeno. And we're going to be mounting it right here. And then wiring it up. So what I'm going to use is this double-sided Scotch tape. I'm just going to use this to secure the Xeno. I'm just going to mount it just like this. Now the reason we do this, yes, you can just place this right on top, but it's very easy to solder, to bridge 2 of the pads. And if you bridge 2 of the pads together and you got a chip soldered in there, you're basically going to need to remove it, and that is a headache. I have done it before. It does not take much more time to just wire this guy up good and proper, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. So what I want to do is tin these. Now make sure that it's on, you've got a little bit of lift here with the double-sided tape. Definitely don't do this on the board if you've got no backing to it, because then you can be soldering the pads that your chip's on top of. You don't want to do that. We got this corner here, that corner there, and we got this guy. That guy. Very nice. Very nice. So I'm going to use this yellow wire. Why not? So we're using AWG 30 here. Got a decent sized lead. Just want to solder to it, make sure that you don't bridge any pads together. We're just going to use this L-shaped pad here on the side. Always use Flux. Flux makes your life easier. We still got a bit on there, so we're good. Kind of looks like it's bridge from the glare, but I assure you it is not. Just make sure yours is not bridged. Now, let's do it like that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and use my flush cuts here. If you feel comfortable leaving a little bit of slack, it's totally fine. Just want to get this nice and taut, like that. Now we're going to go ahead and just do all the wires and cut them to length. That's a good joint. Yeah, always make sure you feel good about your joints before moving forward, you know? It's gonna be in there forever. I wanna make sure we did a good job. Sick. Now all we gotta do is expose some wire, or expose some of the leads here, and then solder it to the chip. Alright. All is well. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. And some rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip. Clean some of this flux off. Yeah. You can eat off of that right there. Okay. Now let's start with this guy. Alright guys, that's a pretty clean install. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit with some rubbing alcohol and put it back together. Let's test it out. Alright guys, so I've got it assembled this much, no screws in it or anything, and we also got a US game in here since this is a Japanese Dreamcast. If I installed this correctly, it should boot up this US game. Now the way we're going to do this is we're going to hold this tab down. In the back, that's the sensor that the lid is closed. So we're going to do that. Push this button and see what happens. So let's go to the Exacto. No signal. Pushing power. There it is. Okay. Let's restart it. It worked. I just want to show the whole boot sequence. There it goes. So US games are working. Now the moment of truth. We were not able to dial down our laser. Hopefully it reads burned games. We shall find out right now. I got a copy of Swiss hooked up to the Gamecube. And I'm restarting it. It's definitely trying. Looks like it works. Hell yeah. That is beautiful. Alright, fully modded. So I guess that'll do it for this video. I'm just going to reassemble the bottom there and put a couple more screws back in. And on the next video, we're going to be modding the controller port with some spicy LEDs. It's going to be freaking beautiful, man. So yeah, leave a like if you like this, and if you want to keep going, follow the rest of these GameCube tutorials in the playlist. ModzvilleUSA, later dudes. Don't